Hi, this is Dean Graziosi, and welcome back to the weekly blog. I hope you had an incredible week. Congratulations once again to the winners of sendmeawaydean.com, and congratulations to everybody who sent in video and every single person who's making money or on their way to making money and putting that first foot forward, stepping into something different. Let's talk about this today. I just got back last night from New York. I was born and raised in New York in a tiny little town of 7,000 people. And, if I'm a little tired today, if I have little bags under my eyes, yesterday was a long day. I had one of those nightmare travel days. I don't like to complain, but my 5-hour trip turned into about 14 hours of travel yesterday with my 4-week-old son, Brody, and my 2-year-old daughter, Brianna, and, of course, Jonelle, their mom. You can imagine what that day was, but it's all good. They're safe. We're safe, and it's all good. But between snow and a locked-up brake on our plane, it turned into a real long day. Had to evacuate the plane on the runway, all kinds of fun stuff. But anyway, I'm only doing that to explain if I look a little tired today. It's not you, it's me. Here's what I want to talk about today. I was home, and every time I go home, I see all my old friends from high school. I love them all so dearly. And it reminded me something, talking to some of my friends, because I always try to read. Listen, I'm not the type to force a friend saying, hey, look at my life, you should do what I do. I like to listen and see what's going on in their lives. And if they give me an area to jump in to help them change their lives, I'll surely jump in. I don't go where I'm not welcome. In fact, I don't go where I'm not invited. But when they talk to me and ask me, of course, I need to jump in. And here's what I realized, something that helped me a long time ago. Reality is nothing more than your perception of an event. Does that make sense to you? Reality isn't the same reality for everybody. So you got to watch that term reality, because if you think about it, if somebody cuts you off in traffic, the reality of that event is someone cut you off. But one person could get frustrated and pissed and flip them off or tell them where to go and yell and scream and get mad and say, I can't believe that guy did it. Well, that same event, if you do that to me, maybe I wasn't always this way, but I am now, the first thing I think of is, what if that person just got fired, found out they have cancer, their wife or their husband left them, or they just having a really bad day and they didn't do it on purpose. When I think that, I just kind of wish them happiness and hope they're well. Now, same event, it's just different realities. Well, talking to some of my friends this week, I had one friend tell me, he's been one of my best friends since like 4th grade. He said, Dean, you know what it's like. Relationships are just horrible. All relationships are bad, because he's in a really bad relationship with his wife. And I said, all relationships aren't bad. That's just what you're experiencing, and you're attaching that to everything else. 2 other friends said to me, making money is almost impossible, Dean. You know that. Most of us don't get lucky or don't find something that can allow them to make money like you did. And I said, no, that's your perception of reality. That's not only what people around you are telling you, you're now telling yourself that. There's a limitless amount of money to be made. And if you'll give me 10 minutes, I said this to my friend, I'll inspire you and give you I'll tutor you, where people pay me thousands and people offer me tens of thousands of dollars to tutor. I'll tutor you because you're one of my best friends. But don't dare say there's no money to be made. There's more money to be made right now than I feel ever before in history, especially in real estate. So what's the reality? Here's what I want to ask you. What's your reality? What do you tell yourself on a regular basis? If you the same thing is, the country is in a down market. That's the event. That's the reality. We're in a down market. There's no question about it. But what's your interpretation of that reality? Do you say it's a down market, there's no money to be made, these are tough times, I'm meant to be miserable, I'm meant to be broke, I'm meant to be stressed, I'm meant to fight with my spouse over money, and there's nothing I can do? If that's the case, that's only your reality of this current situation. If you look at so many of my students, you know what their reality is? That they are taking charge. They're not being paralyzed. That they know there's no better time in history to make money. They know that no one else is going to do it for them but them. And they found tools, guidance, and instructions and confidence to go out there and make a difference in their life. And they're making more money than they ever dreamed possible. You know what their reality of this current situation is? That they're so thankful that they got involved in making money in real estate in the worst time ever as far as a market, but the best time ever to put money in your pocket and prosper. So what's the lesson for today? The lesson for today is reality is nothing more than your perception of an event. Make sure your perception is right. Make sure it's not guided or it's formulated by outside opinions or opinions that may be stuck in the back of your head from past experiences. Folks, if you continue to do what you did in your past, you'll only continue to have that in the future. if debt, worry, stress, and anxiety is in your current life from what you're currently doing, if you don't change anything, you're only going to get more of that in the future. So it's time to make your own reality, make your own perception of events that happen around you. Now, before I go, I want to let you know that soon, within the next week or 10 days, we're going to do another live training call. I'm going to bring a very special guest who's going to share, they're going to share some really unique things that allowed them to prosper, to go from nothing to making a whole bunch of money. We're going to share those secrets. And on that call, I'll let you know all the details about the upcoming live event I'm going to do here in Phoenix. I'm not going to do a big seminar. I think I'm actually going to cap it at 100 people. It's going to sell out really quick because I want it to be a small, intimate mastermind brainstorm with me and some of our top students sharing how they did it, how you guys can all network with each other, you can meet each other, we can share the greatest ideas of what's working right now and how we can all prosper in these great times to basically get rich. Okay, that's it for this week. I'll see you next week on the weekly blog. Take care.